Okay, here we are with the Lake Fork Elite tools. That's right, all the tackle that I used at the Bassmaster event on Lake Fork in May of 2022. I caught plenty of fish. Lake Fork is fishing pretty good this year. I ended up not having the type of finish that I wanted. I didn't have those big ones each day, but I'm gonna show you kind of what I caught them. It was mid-May was when the tournament was. There was a lot of stuff going on. Fish they were done spawning. There was some shad spawn stuff going on in the morning. There was a brim bed bite going on once the sun got up. And then obviously there was a deep bite going on for those that could find it or get on it or however you want to say it. I ended up 56th place, caught plenty of bass. I'm gonna tell you two things. One quick deal. This is a very important tool. If you're going to Lake Fork, you may want to get that bad boy right there. That is the Lake Fork Boat Lanes, the Pro Edition. This is the brand new one, the Pro Edition. Lance Vick put these together, and this one is dialed. I'm telling you right now, with the water down, you could see a lot of this stuff. As soon as the water comes up another foot or two, you're not gonna be able to see all these trees. If you want to be able to run around on Lake Fork, you need this chip. I'm telling you, very, very important. They make it for Lowrance, Humminbird, and Garmin, whatever you've got. Very important. I'll put a link down there in the bottom for that. And then the other part is it's hot, dude. It's Texas, bro. One of these each night and one of these each day, just dissolved in a bottle of water. Hydration sticks from First Form. I'll put a link down there for that as well, just so you can find it easily. And stay hydrated. This is way better than a Gatorade or something you can get at a store. If you don't have those, a Gatorade or Powerade, something of that matter, is better than nothing. So try to stay hydrated while you're out there on the water. But let's get into the bass fishing tackle part of it. Let's get into the tools of the trade, and I'll just go ahead and tell you the bait that I probably caught the most keepers on. It's close. It's toss up between two. I've got four candidates here I'll be showing you. Is a Whopper Plopper 110, a black one. I think they call it Loon. And that was, once the sun got up, that was the bite, that brim bed bite. Those fish, I think, were cruising around the bank looking for those brim beds, eating those brim. And those were a lot of the fish that we were catching. I was catching on those. Where is my line? 50-pound Sunline X Plasma braid. That was the deal. You can throw it a mile, and then when you hook up with them, it is immediate. Cashin Icon 7.3 medium heavy. The worm and jigging rod, I use that 7.3 medium heavy. I think it's perfect for the plopper. For me, had a high speed Daiwa Tatula 7-to-1. 100 Daiwa 100. That's my setup on the plopper, and I was just basically covering water, especially those like little indentions that weren't super flat, had a little bit of grade to them. They weren't steep, had a little grade to them, where it looked like the brim beds were gonna be. Some of them were like little shallow points. Sometimes there'd be a couple little sticks, they'd be nearer those. But I'd say that bite was in 1 to about 3 to 4 feet of water, somewhere in that range, just covering water. And when you caught one, sometimes you'd catch 2 or 3 in one stretch, and then you could, then you'd have to go for another stretch before you caught another one. But that was the one deal. Probably my number 2 punch was the Missile Baits Quiver 6.5 in Red Bug Candy. That is, I absolutely love that color. It is my fave in the summertime. And I had that on a 1/4 ounce stand-up shaky head. I wanted something a little bit bigger. That was what I was using there. With that, I think that might be a Yum one, but there's about 3 or 4 different companies that make one, something like that. And then I had the Cashin Icon worm and jigging rod, 7-foot, heavy action, high-speed Daiwa Tatula 100 again, with the Sunline Shooter, 16-pound. Still, I wanted small enough. I was debating between 14 and 16. I went with 16. I didn't think it made any difference. But the one key about that thing, I was fishing that probably from 1 to about 6 or 7 feet deep with that 1/4 ounce weight, and you had to fish it really slow. when you got around where you thought the fish were gonna be, you had to really, really milk it, slow it down. I call it drowning the worm. You had to drown that worm down there. That's what probably put, the first day I had a 5-pounder and caught some other decent fish on it the first day that I ended up weighing. Caught one, I believe, the second day on it that we ended up weighing. So it put in some work over the 2 days. But then another one of my good friends, the new Missile Baits Shaky Head. I found a little shallow gravel spot that I thought there was more fish there, and I couldn't get any more bites. I picked up the second day, I picked up this, tied on a 1/8 ounce Missile Baits Warlock head, and that's the new Magic Worm in Junebug Dream. It is a wonderful looking color. It's got that little green vein in it, green flake, and you can see the black grape. I used that to catch a 3-2 as the first fish I caught on day 2. I ended up weighing it. It was decent fish. Daiwa Ballistic reel. Again, the Sunline X Plasma 12-pound braid to a 10-pound leader, and it's the new Mirabushi. I'll put a link down below. I'm gonna say it wrong. I know it is. It's really good. It's really hard. So, you know, dragging around on that hard Texas ground, I wanted to have something that had good abrasion resistance. I've tested this new leader quite a bit, and I like it a lot. Normally I've been using Sniper. Sniper is it's fantastic. I've never had any issues with it. I wanted to try out this new leader, and it seems to be very, very, very strong. I like it a lot. And then last but not least, I'm gonna give you the little glide bait that I was throwing. I say little bait because this is a little glide bait. This is the Hogfather Jr. I like it. I've been throwing it for a number of years. You know, glide baits have their little windows. I caught one I think it was 3-2 or 3-4, something like that, the first day on it. Caught a couple other fish on it, but none ended up weighing, believe it or not. Had that on 18-pound Sunline Shooter. That's what I've got on this reel. This is the Cashin Icon swim bait rod. They've got 2 different models swim bait rods. Now this is like a smaller glide bait or swim bait. And so this is the lesser. It's 7 foot 8 inches. It's a moderate fast, medium heavy action. So it is perfect for throwing baits like this. It's got a lot of power, but it has that taper to where it bends throughout the rod, that moderate fast action. Exactly what you need with a big swim bait. They did a really good job. Daiwa Tatula 150, 6.4 to 1, 6.3 to 1. And then that Sunline 18-pound I just told you about. But yeah, those were the 4 baits that did the most work for me down there at Lake Fork. If you're going down there and you throw those 4 baits in the middle of May, you will probably catch yourself plenty of fish. If you're fishing, it's slightly stained water. I was fishing up a little bit, not super close to the dam, but I don't think it would have made too much of a difference. I think that those same patterns would have worked all over the lake. But if you got any questions, drop them down in there. If you're still listening, you can if you go to Missile Baits, you can type in John 11, John 11. Promo code gets yourself 11% off a one-time shot there. If you're buying any of the stuff that you saw here, or you want to try anything from Missile Baits, you can drop that down in there. So be sure to hit it up in the comments if I missed anything, or if you thought I should have done anything different, or you just want to say something interesting. Drop it down there in the comments. I appreciate it. I appreciate everybody's participation. I try to read them and respond to you. So thank you guys.